50. That doesn't sound as good though. Live at 9:45 sounds good, but
Yeah.
never make it.
Yeah.
And I swear it was like 9:40, and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go downstairs. Everybody need anything? Yeah, my kids, even though it's like fucking quarter to 10, my kids like, yeah, I need milk. I need a snack. Like, oh my god. All right, fine. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're
It
they're too
happens.
used to the day off schedule.
Yeah.
Yep. So we are back. This is another episode of Mind Your Effing Business. I think the first one in like a month
Mm.
because the holidays always kick our ass from being sick and overtime and all kinds of shit going on. So for those of you listening and not watching, I'm Mike. I'm always joined by Seth, and we tell you our business and all the other business going on, and while minding our own business as well.
Mm.
So yeah, like I mentioned, even in the post, the post, the reminder about this week's episode. The only note I had this week because my wife's friend sent me a text about this. We have a group text, and she sent us a text about this about a week ago, a little more than a week ago. Like, holy shit, this is crazy. And then the memes have been off the charts.
Oh yeah, they're dominating the
They're
meme world
fucking
right now.
unbelievable
Yeah.
about the Tennessee cop, the married Tennessee female police officer. Let's see. So the headline from the New York Post: Tennessee cops, including married female officer, fired after repeated wild sex romps. So
Mm.
not even like affairs or intimate encounters,
No.
repeated wild sex romps. Wow.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, so a small Tennessee this is the New York Post. A small Tennessee police station has been rocked by allegations of wild sexual misconduct after a married female officer allegedly had steamy romps with six male officers, including illicit on-duty liaisons, according to reports. So the topic that my wife brought up was that it's like this isn't really anybody's business, Who cares how crazy it is? I mean, first of all,
Yeah.
it's a wild fucking story, but
Well, I
also,
think. Oh, go
yeah.
ahead. Finish.
Well, I was gonna say, so also, I mean, if they were on duty, then yeah, then it's
Well,
obviously
well,
an issue.
that's it. That's what happened. They were having sex on duty, so that's
Yeah,
you can't
obviously a
you
big
can't have
no-no.
sex in a workplace. Like I don't know, besides porn, I don't know what profession where
Allows
sex at
such
the
a thing.
workplace is not frowned upon. So
Yeah,
because right, like you said, if this was
Stratford
off,
Oakmont allows it, but,
what's that?
what was the brokerage firm in Wolf of Wall Street?
Oh,
Stratton
right,
Oakmont?
yeah, but those
Yeah.
guys make so much money, it doesn't matter. But,
But
yeah, if this was all taking place off duty, it's like, hey, as if because apparently the husband's, like, in support and is, like, okay with it, so
that
which
was
is
the
fucking
thing too.
strange, but
I
if
didn't know
that's
about
all
that.
off duty, then, hey, who cares,
Yeah,
you
that
know?
was an aspect that my wife brought up is that the husband or she said it. I mean, I don't know if the husband said it, but she says that, "Oh, well, they're in an open relationship."
Yeah,
Like, oof, man, I don't know. The
yeah,
meme I sent you today is probably the funniest one I've seen, where it was your wife, the guy she's banging, the guy she's banging, the guy she's banging, the guy she's banging, the
yeah,
guy she's
yeah,
banging. One of them
yeah,
was the dog, one of the canine officers, the guy
yeah,
she's banging, and
yeah,
then you. And this guy is a park ranger. I I mean, you think that that's really the case? Because another article I saw was that apparently she was kissing another officer's wife at a party, and
yeah,
he looked like he was not okay with it.
right,
That's what somebody said.
yeah. And dude, like, right? I mean, this is the shallow part of me too. Like, did you see her?
That's
Like
yeah.
my thing is like for those male officers that lost their job and career over this, and hey, I think everyone knows, a policing's not for everyone, but if you do get into it, it does have, its benefits as far as like salary and like uh benefits, retirement, so these guys are probably all looking at like a nice pension, where they have to work 20 or 25 years and be able to retire young.
Mhm.
You threw that all away for that, you know? I mean,
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
that that too. It's like, was it worth it?
Yeah. I mean,
But
it was
there's like,
it's
again,
realistically, it's not worth any looking girl because again, all that I just named,
yeah,
is
absolutely.
it worth just one fling? But I mean, geez, if you think you're gonna do it and get fired over it, you would think it would
I
be
mean,
like a 10,
I don't know, man. It must have been wild
Yeah.
because, again, craziness going on. Because again, the headlines don't say caught with intimate affair or caught having sex. Everything is like wild
Yeah, it all
erotic.
seems consensual. Again, I think
Absolutely consensual.
where they got jammed up was, was on duty.
Yeah. Yeah. Married police officer had on-duty sex with male colleagues, including at station. I mean, holy shit, man.
Yeah.
Tiff. Florida cop fired for dragging handcuffed one. Okay, that's something different. Yeah, 5 officers fired as sex scandal roils Tennessee Police Department. Yeah, on-duty sex with male I mean, that's yeah. Again, yeah, 6 guys got fired, and I think 3 more got suspended?
Yeah, a bunch of guys got in trouble. So I don't know as far as like the suspensions go, but yeah, those bunch of cops got fired. And
That's I mean, it's crazy. It really is. It's some wild fucking story. And then yeah, and this woman looks like a young, just I don't know, homely is the word for
yes,
ugly, but
that's the word I used, homely.
homely.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
don't mean it in like a an ugly way.
very just plain Jane. Now again, I
That's it.
mean,
Plain Jane is the perfect way
her
to put it.
face is very plain Jane, like so, and also we're seeing her in uniform. So uniforms usually aren't flattering,
There's
you know.
normal pictures of her too. It's still nothing
Yeah.
crazy
Oh no,
beyond that.
I agree. I haven't seen the normal pictures, but I would be able to guess that they're nothing special either.
Yeah, it's just a wild story. Like again, it's not like an affair with one cop. It's 6 fucking guys at the
Yeah.
station. There's no way they weren't all talking about it.
Oh
You
my
know,
god, I can't imagine.
yeah,
I mean, dude, like,
exactly.
I don't know if you saw the one meme. It's like the training day poster, and it's like a
Mm-mm.
picture of her, and instead of training day, it just says train day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, I've seen Thomas the Tank Engine
Oh yeah. I don't know if you
with
saw
her
the one
face on
today. It
it.
was like Pete Davidson walking out with someone, and someone photoshopped her face on whoever the girl is. Because he's always dating like the next
Yeah,
big
he's
thing.
bouncing off of the whatever's next.
But dude, yeah,
Yeah,
the NWA one you sent me before, that one was fucking
yeah, that
hilarious.
was really funny. The
Yeah.
NWA, the meme of the NWA standing around
Yeah.
saying, "We didn't mean it literally."
Yeah, that was
Like,
funny.
yeah, because wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Switzerland Times. Switzerland Times. 5 US police officers fired for having sex at work.
Yep.
Jeez. Yeah, wow. I mean, yeah, yeah. Husband of female cop fired for having sex with 6 male officers. Oh, is sticking by his wife. I I don't know, man. I mean, I guess, yeah, you say you had an open relationship, so let's say you were the husband. What do you do at that point?
Well, I
Is it
mean,
saving face by saying like, "Yeah, I was cool with it the whole time"?
I don't know, man, because like no one knows who he is. He had to have been okay with it, right? I mean, I couldn't see just coming out and saying, "Oh yeah, I support it. I support her." To me, that would be too weird. If he legitimately didn't support it and he's just trying to save face, that would be too weird for me.
Yeah, I don't know, I know. I guess he would have had right?
Dude,
Because what kinda headline is that?
there's some people that are into that shit though.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know, it's
That's not
it's
my thing,
weird.
man. I
No,
can't.
absolutely not. I wouldn't want that.
Yeah,
That's fucking weird. But
and they look like a young couple. They don't have any kids. I'm
yeah,
assuming they don't have any kids. Yeah, like you said, yeah, there's a picture of the 2 of them. Very fucking plain Jane looking people,
yep.
right? And
Oh
then
yeah,
where's the fucking light? Yeah, there's plain Jane looking people. And man, that's American Beauty shit. Who knows what kind of fucking wild shit's going on behind the doors?
yeah. You hope they don't have kids because the internet is forever, and by the time those kids are teenagers, and be like, oh,
Yeah. Oh my god, I
mommy
know.
got fired banging the entire police force.
Yeah.
You know.
If she wasn't here, Pat said she wasn't really that bad looking. If she put her hair down, she may look better. Again, I mean, there she is with her hair down.
Yeah, no,
But
she's
again,
not ugly, and she's clearly like in shape.
yeah,
But
but that's the thing. She's not homely is the word, but not homely in an ugly way.
right,
Homely in as a boring looking way. Like not
yeah,
someone you would think would be. I mean, I guess that's how it goes, right? Not someone you would think
yeah.
is that
But
insane.
men are dogs too. So
Well, I guess so. Yeah, oh my god, 6 fucking guys, and then what
yeah,
and then yeah, officers Patrick Magalico and Larry Holiday who allegedly also had romps with Megan Hall, stayed on the force but were suspended. So what's that about?
Well, maybe they had it off duty, like off
Yeah,
duty consensual. Because like how
they
do
were
you
smart
fire?
enough to
Yeah,
have it off
how do
duty.
you really fire guys like what they're doing off duty? And again, as long as it's consensual, because obviously if
Yeah,
it's not, now you're looking at criminal type things. But
yeah, it
yeah,
very much
hey, if you're
seemed like,
having consensual sex with someone off duty, like that's you know, mind
that's
your effing
totally
business.
private. That's exactly it, right? Mind your effing
Yeah.
business. This
So
now,
yeah,
though, on
that's what
duty.
I'm sure why those guys that got jammed up and fired. I guarantee you, they're the ones that did it on duty,
Yeah, I wonder
which
who ratted
obviously
him
is
out.
against. Yeah, who knows? Maybe the guy that wasn't getting banged, he got real jealous.
Yeah, yeah, you know what, I guess was that the case?
Maybe it was another female officer that was
Maybe
disgusted
that,
by
yeah,
it. Who
was
knows?
jealous. Maybe the videotaped called cops on patrol. I don't know, are you saying, Pat, that maybe somebody videotaped it? That could be. Imagine if they had, like, a spot. I mean, I haven't read all the details of all the articles, but, yeah, if they had a spot they kept going to and somebody just kept tabs on them. Because
Yeah.
now you tell me, in your line of work, do people do that?
What's that?
Um, like, do people keep tabs on you constantly? Is it not
Uh,
going away?
from my job? Like, are you
Yeah, like,
talking?
do you have people, like, constantly watching you saying,
No, not necessarily.
"No."
Um, no, I mean, obviously we're supervised, but not like well, I don't know. It's like any job. Like if you make waves, you know, then you're on someone's radar. Then they may dig in and look, but no one's like looking over your shoulder constantly. Obviously, supervision, people are peeking in here and there, making sure you're
Yeah.
doing the right thing. And I'm in a supervisor role, but I'm not like micromanaging, looking over people's shoulders. But then, if someone gives you a reason to do it, then
Oh. Oh, tell me that's why my I don't know, I guess I'm still live. I think we lost Seth. Or maybe it's my internet. I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, okay, I'm still live. I don't know what happened to Seth, but okay, because everything it was getting tied up on my side here. Here we go. Alright, Seth's back.
I don't know what happened.
Alright. Yeah, something I don't know, something on my side because I couldn't get the comment to remove
Yeah.
and whatever,
But
but
yeah,
okay.
going back to what you said, like, yeah, no one's like keeping tabs like that.
Yeah,
But
okay.
dude, if I'm assuming this is probably a smaller PD, right? So
In Tennessee.
if you're banging 6 people from your PD, I mean, that's kind of hard to keep under wraps.
Yeah, word's gotta get
Dude,
out on that.
I say it all the time, like, so sometimes like, being on a PD or whatever, like it can be worse than fucking like high school, like with the drama and the rumor mill. So
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that
yeah.
that happens at a lot of jobs too. I mean, I know I dealt with
Yeah,
a lot
right. I
of
don't
shit,
wanna
but
yeah, I don't know any different 'cause that's all I've really done, as far as a profession outside the Marine Corps, but
mhm.
yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very hard to keep shit under wraps at work, and, like, the more people you're banging,
Yeah,
the more
exactly.
harder it's gonna be,
The
so
more mouths to spout out about that
yeah,
shit. I mean, that's
I guarantee you
so
someone either
crazy.
that did it or it was probably as simple as, someone did it, maybe felt it was getting out of control, getting towards the, illegal side, or someone who was not involved but heard it and reported it.
Mhm.
Something like that happened. And then that launched an investigation. And there's nothing worse than being investigated by, being a cop investigated by cops because that's what we do for a living. So,
Yeah.
the truth is going to come out.
That's why the movies always portray that everyone hates internal affairs.
Well, of course, because they're they
Ri
police the police.
Yeah. Now I find it hard to believe that none of these other cops were married either.
Oh, I'm sure they were. I'm sure I mean, some might be single. I guarantee you 1, 2, 3, maybe all of them were married, and I'm sure that's not going over
What are the
well
odds
either.
out of 6 cops, how many of them are
Yeah.
married?
Oh, definitely someone was, and I'm sure that's unless their wives are in support of it, like this husband was in support of
Yeah.
his wife,
Yeah, I
but I
know.
doubt that.
Man.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
probably a complete shit show, dude. I bet you that chief is gonna have to fucking like resign, because you, even if it's not his fault, you can't have that happen under your watch.
Yeah. That's 6 cops off the force. That's a lot of fucking people off
Yeah,
the
I don't know.
force.
I don't know how big this PD is, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Now one of
it's
the questions too, that came up. Now, on your watch, you don't get a break during your watch, right?
No, well, so no, I mean you because we're always on call, so to
Yeah,
speak. We're always like, what we call is like in service. Like if you're out at a call, you're on a call, and then when you're done, you're like, hey, I'm clear and I'm back in service, which means you're available for a call. So
yeah,
like for us, like we don't have a specific break because like we grab lunch when we can. Because again, in the middle of my lunch, I may have to throw it down and go answer a
yeah.
call. So
That's what I was thinking. It's not like you
you
have
know,
somebody who can, cover for you while you go take
right? No,
lunch.
exactly.
Mhm. Well, you
And
have downtime, you
maybe
can get lunch.
yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, right. You make it work for you. I mean, hey, there's days that it's 4 o'clock. It's like, oh fuck, I haven't eaten lunch yet, just because you've been busy. But
Yeah.
I'm sure that happens in a lot of professions. But yes, we don't get a specific hour to
Yeah, exactly. You don't get a lunch break during your watch because that's what was coming up too. Like, what maybe they were banging on their lunch break. It's not that big a deal. I don't know about
yeah.
that. So, Pat said the population in Laverne, Tennessee, 39,091 people. So, pretty decent sized town too.
Yeah. Yeah, the PD could be like, 50 or 60, who knows?
Hmm. For that many people, it would only be 50 or 60 people.
Yeah, yeah,
Really? Wow,
yeah.
that doesn't seem like a lot at all.
No.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I guess word would travel fast. It is a hell of a
Yeah.
story because again, this happened over a week ago,
Oh yeah.
and just the last 2 days, I've seen memes coming out like fucking constant.
Oh yeah. Oh,
My
and
whole
once
feed
the
is meme,
memes
meme, meme.
once the memes start going, and forget it.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
it's
yeah, then the whole world knows about it. Once the memes are coming out like like crazy. Once the memes are rapid fire.
yep.
Rockaway Township in Jersey has more than that, okay.
What, more
Uh,
people or more?
More people, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. I go to my Instagram feed, first video is you and your son doing the tortilla challenge.
Oh, this is Melissa, not me.
No, I know, that's why oh, did I say you? I meant your wife and your
Oh
son
yeah.
doing the tortilla challenge, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
Having a ball, it looks like it. Yep. Yeah, because 'cause I'm
Those
looking to
those
go
were
through it
those
right
were
now.
those were expired tortillas we were throwing away.
So they're probably hard too.
No, they were expired on the package. I think they were still edible personally because they still were a little flimsy, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's funny. Yeah, me and my wife talked about doing that, we never did. Probably with the kids would be a riot.
yeah.
We just played a game because I had just watched Jurassic Park Dominion yesterday.
Okay.
Did you watch the new one yet?
Nah.
Oh, okay. Um, yeah, it was good. I liked it. I mean, it's very different than what you would expect. From the movie where they all come together and it's dinosaurs living amongst people. It's all different. Rockaway has more cops than that, not people, than 50, 60 cops. Okay. So,
Oh. Well,
um,
how many people do they have?
I do not know. Let's see.
I
Yeah.
mean, and
So,
everyone's different. Some towns are more rural, even though they have a decent population, are more spread out. It's all different.
yeah,
Like
let's see.
here, let me.
Rockaway, New Jersey population 6,587 people.
Wow.
Wow. So over 50 cops for 6,500 people. That's in 2021. Maybe it went up. So, all right.
Now, also too,
Probably a
those.
big force.
Yeah, also those. That town could be more condensed. Maybe that PD in Tennessee is big. Again, I don't know. Like for
Yeah,
instance, the town of Monroe has as of 2021, um, they have 9,548, and
that's it,
the
really?
state police is their PD.
Yeah,
And at night we have 4 guys on, and then during the day our minimum's 3. So. But
okay.
think about it, right? You think that like 3 guys to respond to
Yeah, to a couple thousand people. Yeah,
9,548 people, so
that's true. Yeah, I guess so. Wild. Wild to think about.
yeah.
Yep. But yeah, so we were watching Jurassic Park Dominion the other night, and then my brother-in-law for Christmas actually got the kids. I wanted to say he got us, but he got the kids a Jurassic Park board game. That was a lot of fun. But that's the thing, man. Like, I mean, plus it was late, but my kids are still in the stage of like learning how to lose. Like,
Yeah.
no, no, no. You play by the rules, and if you don't win, that's how it goes. And it's always like One of them gets it, one of them doesn't get it. We played a board game a couple months ago, and my son was crying because he was about to lose, and my daughter was, like, perfectly okay with it. "It's okay, we're
Yeah,
having fun." This game, my daughter was afraid she was gonna lose, so she was crying, and my son was like, "Hey, it's alright. We're having fun, right?" And then my daughter ended up winning, and he was, like, very happy for her. I was like, "Okay, good. See, thanks. This is how see, guys, see how much more fun it is when we're not fucking crying?
yeah,
How much more fun anything is when we're not crying about not getting our way?"
yep,
Ugh. Yeah, so that's a hell of a story. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think there's really much more to tell about it. I mean, they got fired. You're not gonna hear about anything else. I mean, unless people
yeah.
keep diving into it, which I
I
don't think
mean,
they will.
it is what it is at this point. You got nothing if it's consensual.
Yeah,
The story's gonna die quick because again, they
yeah,
were
the cops
terminated
got
because
fired, you know?
yeah, because I
So
think, the big policy, um, violation here was yeah, it was on duty, so
mhm, yeah,
however, if the memes just keep going, it just takes a life of its own,
that's true. The memes
so
could go on forever. What's something else you can think of where the memes went nuts like that?
dude, there's been so many things.
Right? Where the
Ah,
memes just take an event to the
oh
next
my
level.
god. Um,
I know COVID was a good one. I mean, COVID
yeah.
was the memes went off the rails with COVID.
Dude, how about, one of the holiday season or whatever the fuck it was, the big black dude with the sitting on the edge of the bed?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, dude, I think that may be the most popular meme of all time because then
You
people
think
got
so?
nuts. Yeah, because dude, it surfaces all the time. Like, whenever there's, like, a big story, like, for instance, this past off season, you know how, like, Aaron Judge was a free agent? It was like, "Is he gonna sign back with the Yankees?" There's
Mhm.
rumors he's gonna go to San Francisco because that was his, like, boyhood team.
Yeah.
So someone got real savvy and made a link, and you know how, like, when you send links on iPhone, it's that, like, little preview?
Yeah.
Back when the big black dude, I forget what they call him, but when he was, in his heyday, they would
Mhm.
like send a link and it would just be like a link and people were
Yeah.
getting caught. But now everyone's like, you send just a link to someone, people are like, I'm not clicking on that. That's the big
Yeah.
black cock dude. So someone
Yeah,
got
nobody's
savvy.
trusting that.
Someone got savvy and they made it where like this link showed the little preview. It's like Aaron Judge signs record deal with the San Francisco Giants. There's a picture
Yeah.
of Judge. Like, oh shit, you click on it, boom, it was him. Like, oh fuck,
I
you
actually
know?
don't think I've seen the actual uncensored one.
No?
No, I've seen the picture of it 100 times, but because you always
Oh,
see, like,
but then
the
it got
picture
out of
and something
control.
covering it, like,
Yeah,
that's the meme is what it's
but
covering
then
it.
it got nuts. People started making, like, videos and GIFs and everything, and, like, you're
I
looking
saw
at
one
one thing and he appears, you
yeah.
know?
I saw one recently, it was this is how cold it is outside, and it was him,
Yeah,
like,
him
his upper
fully
body with a
dressed.
sweater on.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, yeah, so that one was crazy, and I don't even know what that, like, originated over, but that one got
I don't
out of
know.
control, and
Yeah, I know, right? Who is that guy? Where'd he come from?
yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, there's been a bunch, though. I can't think of, like, any other specific ones, but there's definitely been a ton.
Mhm. Yeah, I
Oh,
know.
remember when Will Smith slapped Chris Rock?
That was a good one.
Yeah, the memes got nuts on that.
We both froze. Are we still frozen, Pat? Are we good?
I'm not froze.
I'm
Are
not
you
froze either. I
froze?
don't look froze. Maybe I'm not moving.
Mm.
Are we good? Can somebody comment? We got a few people watching. Anybody can comment if we're good right now or if we're frozen. I don't know. Sounds good. Looks good to me.
Yeah, me too.
Um, what were you saying? Which one? With
Oh, Will Smith and Chris
oh
Rock.
yeah,
Remember yeah,
yep.
those memes are
There's a lot
funny.
of that too.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
We're
There's
good
been
now.
a
All right.
bunch.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember them all. There's so many.
Yeah. Because again, it takes over for a while, and then it leaves.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll keep our eye out for the next one. Yeah, in our off weeks, man, there was one week where, like, I wasn't feeling well, probably because I wasn't feeling well, but I was like, "Man, I hope we just talk we have the show this week because I just wanna fucking bitch and complain about so much stuff." Around the
mm,
holidays, man, I don't know what it was, like I said, probably because I wasn't feeling well, so I had a low tolerance anyway, but man, I'm just
yeah.
so like, because right now I don't feel as bad. I don't know why I was so pissed off then, but now I'm kinda like, "Eh, what's the big deal?" Man, back then, I was so pissed off. Um, Maybe we'll get to that, Pat. I don't know if we'll have time. Pat wants to talk about Biden with the documents.
Ah,
Um,
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like there's much really to be said about it besides like, we all know it's wrong, and we all know when the last guy did it, it was a fucking huge deal, and
Mhm.
but
Well,
this guy does it, and it's
I saw
whatever.
the deal was that because Biden again, both wrong, obviously both
Yeah,
fucking
no, right,
wrong and
agreed,
illegal, and they shouldn't have done it.
right,
The thing I saw was that, well, Biden turned his over while Trump didn't.
right. Well,
When Trump
okay, cool. You
threw a
got
fit
caught,
about it.
but I heard this too. Again, I didn't look into it, so I don't know how accurate this is. I heard that the documents that were found in Biden's residence were documents he took as the vice president. The ones Trump had, he took as the president, and as the president, you can declassify things. So he
I think I heard about that as an argument or as an
right. So if
something.
he's allowed to declassify and then the vice president isn't, then who's really got the classified documents, who doesn't? Regardless, like it seems like they were both wrong, but one got killed
Yeah.
more than the other. Because again, you don't really hear much about it. It's not like this crazy hot button topic. It's out there, but it's not like people aren't losing their fucking minds over it.
Because that's the thing about it, because it's not shit that I'm gonna see. It's not
Well,
shit
right.
that, like, who cares,
Well,
you
I
know?
think I think what gets people mad, specifically the right now, is that it's hypocritical. So,
Yeah, oh,
because
absolutely.
Biden's on record of saying how like reckless and unprofessional Trump was for doing that. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
well, now look, right?
Yeah,
So,
I can't see anyone again, I haven't kept up with what anyone else is really saying about it, but o other than folks being like, "Look, it's fucked up that they both did it."
yeah,
Alright? There's
agreed.
no argument here that like, "Oh, well, it's okay that this one did it, but not this." Like, no. It's shitty that they're doing it, and again, especially if one said something about the other one,
Yeah,
it's not okay, no matter who it is. And that's but again, also too, it's like so that's where it comes up. Like, because now Democrat people can't bitch about Trump did that because now their guy did it too, and it's like, okay, well, now they're both fucked up,
yeah,
so then it goes away
right,
because now you don't have one side being louder than the other,
yeah,
so the argument doesn't go on because now there is no argument.
right,
That's why you don't hear about it.
yeah.
Yeah. And again, it's all stuff that people can only care about for
But
5
like,
minutes, and then nobody's talking about it.
whoever I think it was Jim Acosta. He was like the thorn in like Trump's side during all those like White House briefings and would always challenge the press secretary. But
Mhm.
now Fox News has the antagonist who always challenges the press secretary now, who's on the right. And
Mhm.
he's been pressing her big time about this, and she's not like giving in at all. It's just like, they're just like, oh, it's no big deal kind of thing. It's
Yeah,
just
I know, and that's what
it's
happens.
just funny. It's like, yeah, people, left is going to be like, oh, no, it's fine now. But when Trump did it, it's crazy. But then
Yeah.
the right, when Trump did it, oh, no, it's fine. But now Biden did it. So, like, it's
Yeah, and
just
if it happened in the other order, it'd be the same exact thing.
right. So right now, I think the right is running on the whole, like, you fucking hypocrites.
Yeah.
So,
But now that's the argument that they have. Like, now it's not the argument that he did it, now it's talking about, "Oh, well, you're a hypocrite."
right.
And then
Well, I mean,
and then the
it
Democrats are like,
is,
"Yeah, but I mean, who cares?"
yeah, it is like he did it plus, being a hypocrite. But honestly, like, I don't know, dude. Am I gonna lose sleep over the fucking president having unclassified
Exactly.
documents? I mean, he's the president. Look, right? And like whether you think Biden's a boob, if you think Trump's a boob, who's stupid, who's not, like at the end of the day, like I'm okay with like the president of the United States having unclassified documents. Like they're at his fucking house, right?
Yeah.
Dude, he's
Yeah,
the
he's
most
not sharing them
he's
with the fucking
right.
Russians.
And I get it. They're not in the White House or they're not in a secure location. But like, dude, I'm telling you right now, go try it. Not at the White House, because a lot of times these guys don't stay at the White House. They stay at their own homes. And Biden stays in Delaware a lot. That's where he like resides, right?
Mhm.
Dude, go try to knock on Joe Biden's door right now. Go ahead. Let me see how,
Oh, yeah.
tell me how it feels. So my point
Yep.
is like that's probably the most secured residence in the fucking world. So
Mhm.
again, I don't think anyone's getting in there to get said unclassified documents. So
Yeah, and that's where the argument really ends, where nobody gives a shit anymore because,
right.
like, what's gonna happen about it?
Yeah.
Are they gonna show these documents? Like, what happened on
Yeah, he's
Twitter?
gonna he's gonna put them up on his Instagram.
Yeah. What happened on Twitter where Elon Musk was pushing somebody that they posted a whole bunch of shit about, "Oh, well, here's Twitter proving through emails that"
So he apparently like so I don't know if people like upload them through Twitter, and obviously Elon Musk has, but everyone's like hashtag something files, like the Fauci files, hashtag
Mhm.
these files. Like I don't know. I guess he's exposing people. Now things are coming out that the government, FBI, whoever, like suppress. We're getting paid to like suppress people's opinions on certain
Yeah, yep.
shit.
Mhm.
Like both during the election, during COVID, all this stuff. I don't
And
know.
yeah, and that came out, and I skimmed through a couple of them, but the same yeah, and there's some people commenting like crazy, but I'm like, "Alright, I see it, I don't care.
Yeah.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna fucking start tweeting about this and start writing about this dumb shit
Yeah. I
because you
mean,
suppress somebody's tweets? I don't give a fuck."
yeah. Well, but what's fucked, like suppressing one group of people's tweets, but then allowing like the whole like misinformation COVID thing. It's like, all right, well, it's not misinformation, it's fucking opinions, right? And everyone's entitled to their own opinion, or so I was
Mhm.
told on fucking social media. Some people can have opinions, some can't. But now, like in the recent days, you see like more and more shits coming out. Like CDC is like, oh, we're investigating why this vaccine is leading to seizures. Like, oh, wow, that fucking crazy conspiracy theorist fucking a year ago, he happened to be right. That
Yeah.
whole wait and see approach, everyone's getting vilified, but now the wait and see people aren't having fucking seizures, are they? Like, and now I just saw a thing before that this new variant that's out, the XBB fucking R2D2 1.8 or whatever the fuck it's called,
Mhm.
people that are vaccinated are apparently more susceptible to
Oh, Jesus
fucking
Christ.
getting COVID than people who aren't. Like, but again, my point is, I don't want to get on a fucking whole COVID thing because that just starts dominating the show. I'm just saying, like, people's opinions and things are, if one group's getting suppressed, but the others are getting viewed, is it fair? No, it's really not.
Yeah.
Because now, like, and again, if you extend that to an election, right? Well, you're not allowing both sides to compete fairly. You're suppressing one while you're lifting up the other. So I can see issues with that. And whose ever side it is getting suppressed isn't fair, So,
But that's a whole other can of worms too because, again, this is Twitter. Do they have the right to do that? To be like, "Yeah, I don't
well,
want to
dude,
show their shit. I wanna
it
show my shit." Is it just ethically wrong?
well, I would think, especially if you're promoting this like free speech platform,
Mhm.
and again, dude, like I think we're too conditioned to say like, oh, it's just Facebook, oh, it's just Twitter. But dude, these are monster tools. Like, think about it. I don't think there's a better promoting tool than social media now
Oh,
in the
yeah.
world. Like, forget TV commercials, forget
Yep.
ads,
Absolutely right.
billboards. Dude, it's all social media. So the influence social media has is fucking insane. So yeah, I wouldn't be like, it's just Twitter. Yeah, but it's Twitter. Like, dude, the fucking like look at The Rock, right? The Rock endorsed, Biden. You'd have no idea if you didn't have a social media account, you wouldn't know.
Mhm.
But this guy's got fucking 90 million
14,000,000
followers.
people fo yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
it's fucking insane.
Yep.
So
But, yeah, I mean, because again, that's the thing, that's the platform that does that. But now so when it becomes so I guess who's at fault? Is it the person providing the information, or is it let's say it is false information or just somebody's fucking
yeah,
rabid opinion they're
but
putting out there?
this
Is
is
it
the
that
thing,
person's
right?
fault for putting it out there,
But
or is it the person who believed
people
them?
spew false shit all the time.
Yeah.
Someone on Twitter right now is telling me that fucking, I don't know, Lamar Jackson's the best quarterback in the NFL.
Mhm.
That's false. He's not. But it's also an
Okay.
opinion, right? So
Yeah,
again, people are wrong all the time saying shit. I would say leave it up to the individual. Again,
which is true.
you gotta be pretty fucking stupid if you're like, oh yeah, this fucking guy, just random guy on Twitter said to not take the vaccine. So therefore I'm not. Like, if you're not going a little further than that, looking into it to make a decision for yourself, well then you're a
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
And that's again too, that's, where you could just keep going down the rabbit hole where almost somebody posting, even if they're a fucking nobody, because there's somebody that could believe them, they almost have that responsibility to portray information that they know for a fact. It's like you almost don't have the luxury of expressing your opinion about certain topics because somebody could read that and think it's fact because they're an idiot and they're misinformed. And
Well,
that's
right.
just because that's just people all the time.
But it goes both ways. Like, yeah, like the thing with, again, just using COVID because that's such a fucking
Yeah.
hot button, like you're either on this side or that side type of argument. Like, all these people, like, oh, you're spreading misinformation. Well, you know what, dude, you heard it from the president's mouth. You heard it from Rachel Maddow's mouth. You heard it from Walensky or whatever her name is. She was like the head of the CDC. If
Mhm.
you get these vaccines, you will not get COVID, right?
Yeah.
That was allowed to be spread everywhere. We now know that was false, but it was allowed to be spread everywhere without definitive proof. Sure, they did some studies, but they were very small sample size, and they didn't know for sure. They have no idea what the long-term effects of any of this is. They don't know the long-term effects of COVID. They don't know the long-term effects of the vaccine. No one does at this point. It's still fucking new, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But they were allowed to say that. That was in fucking. There's no debating that was false, like
Yeah.
100% false.
No, that's
But
what I'm
that was
saying. No
allowed
matter
out.
who it is.
But again, are you going to censor the fucking head of the CDC?
Yeah.
Are you going to censor Rachel Maddow, who's has the leading show on MSNBC? No, you're not. You're not going to censor these people.
That's true.
And that's the other thing too. I see this argument on Twitter all the fucking time. Two people argue, and then one brings up the other's follower count as like a diss.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you have 65. Like, well, you're a real fucking loser if you think like Twitter's all end all be all, like follower count. Like, who gives a fuck?
Hmm.
Like, I'm on here just to fucking share opinions like you jerk off. And then you go on their account and they're followed by like fucking, these Russian bot fucking
Yeah.
wannabe model porn stars. They're like, oh, hey, baby, I want to
Yeah.
get,
Exactly. That's it.
yeah,
And
send
that's
me
someone who's
$100 through Venmo and we can
yeah,
go on a date. Like, come on, get the fuck out
that's
of
always the person who has the most hot take negative opinion is the person who has fucking 5 followers, no picture,
here. Yeah,
and,
but again, who cares? Like, I have a picture and I don't have a lot of followers, and I don't even really talk that much.
but
But if
that's what I'm
someone
saying,
was
but then
like,
you don't have takes like that.
right, you're right, but I could see, but I've seen, dude, like simple sports arguments morph into like, because everyone's a tough guy on the internet.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
gets offended.
Happens with
I always
wrestling.
I make the joke all the time. You never see two people like, hey, fuck this. And they're like, well, did you think about this? And the guy's like, oh, good point. And
Never.
like, it's never that. Everyone's dug in and then it gets personal. Here comes the insults. And here's like, oh, well, you only have like 5 followers. It's like, okay,
Yeah, thanks,
cool,
conversation's
bro.
over.
Yeah,
I have
cool.
one that I talk about. It comes up in my Facebook feed where I got this was it about COVID? I forget. I wish I could remember the details about it. But somebody posted a picture of it was about the election. And somebody posted a picture of a news, their TV screen with a news article that said, "Oh, Wisconsin had this many counts of voter fraud." And I was like, "Really? Okay, now where did you see that from?" Like, "Oh, my friend sent it to me on his TV." It's
Yeah.
really okay because here I found the full picture and it's actually from a Fox affiliate in Texas, and this picture is from 2001.
Yeah.
And they're like, "No, my TV gets channels from all over." Like, okay,
Yeah.
well then why is it so old? And then like I'm fucking debunking everything, and they feel like, well, I'm not going to listen to someone who pees sitting down. Right?
Right. Well,
Okay, yeah. So clearly this
that's
conversation
the
is over.
easy. That's the thing. Well, and again, that's when you know you've won the argument when someone
Mhm.
goes personal,
But
especially on
it's
the
but that was
internet.
also so crazy to me that somebody would go out of their way that much to lie.
Oh, but bro, dude, that's small scale nothing, dude.
I know, but
The
I can't wrap my head around that at
the
all.
scams that are out there to like deceive people and stuff, bro. It's people got dude, people who just like put viruses into whatever and just
Yeah,
like scam people, like nothing better to do. Just you know, there's people that are just out there that just want to like cause havoc just
to
for
to
no
watch the
fucking reason.
world burn.
Exactly. Like they have
Yeah.
like no motivation, not trying to get money. They're just like, fuck it.
I can't wrap my head around that at all. I
No, I
really
know.
can't. What do you get
It's
out of
crazy.
that?
Yeah.
How does that make you feel better? I can't
No
get it
idea,
at
man.
all.
Just bored. Who the fuck knows? But
Yeah.
again, dude, the internet, we've said it a million times. It could be the most dangerous place and it could be like the coolest place. You just got to be
Mhm.
smart about it. Like, don't believe everything you see. Try to look at reputable sources. But, I feel like in the last 5 years, reputable sources have kind of gone off the rails too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
everything's so extreme one way or the other.
That's
So I
you
don't
you have
know.
to be an adult and making your own educated decisions
Yeah. Like,
rather than just
like,
take one
uh,
person's word for it.
like election night 2016 when Trump won, I was bouncing around all three, big news stations, CNN, MSNBC, and Fox. I was like curious to see what the reactions were and just
Yeah.
get different points of view. Like to me, it's like gather everything, read as much as you can,
Mhm.
gather the stuff, and then formulate like your own beliefs and opinions, and
Exactly.
you
And it's
know,
like people don't have time for that, and one thing becomes gospel, and
right.
that's what they go for. Whether it's true or not, they just I don't know, man.
Oh,
Some people just
and they
gravitate to
all
certain
do
shit.
it. They all do it with these fucking little snippets. Like for instance, to defend a stupid mask policy that just got brought up. Fox News, their Instagram account the other day, put up a picture. National Park reinstitutes mask mandate. Right. So when you read that, right, you're instantly like, oh, these fucking idiots. They're making us wear masks outdoors again. Like, how can we be this fucking stupid?
Yeah.
So I clicked the link because that's all they wanted because they didn't say what national park it
Yep.
was, and I was curious. So I clicked the link and boom, they got their click from me. But I genuinely want to know.
Mhm.
So it was Yosemite National Park out in California. I then went on Yosemite National Park's official Instagram account,
Mhm.
and they posted this post about the mask mandate, and they disabled the comments because they didn't want it to be a shit show.
Yep.
But to be fair to them, the comments said any indoor facilities on the grounds, you need to wear a mask. They weren't saying wearing a mask outside. But
Yeah.
again, Fox purposely did that to get everyone in a fucking frenzy and to get all
Yeah.
crazy to click the link and like, oh, and again, there's going to be people that just read the headlines. And that's
Mhm.
going to lead to like, these guys next poker night on Tuesday are like, did you see
Oh,
this
yeah.
fucking Yosemite's fucking idiots? Masks outside. And then they're going to tell their people. And like, no one read the article. No one looked a
Yeah.
little further. Now, I don't agree. I think the mask inside is fucking stupid at this point, too. But it
That's
wasn't
besides the point.
as bad as the headline looked. And they did
Yeah.
that headline on purpose. So again, a reputable news source, right? Because
Mhm.
it's Fox News, right? And again, I know they're slanted right, but you can find these fucked up articles everywhere.
Yeah. Oh,
They
yeah.
all these articles, even growing up, like newspaper articles, they'll say something crazy to grab your attention. Then you
Yep.
read it, you're like, that doesn't sound as bad as the fucking headline.
Mhm. See, I'm admittedly a headline reader. If it's something
Dude, we
that
we all are because you
yeah.
read that's I basically not that you're trained, but that's kind of how you read the newspaper. You
Yeah,
read
if it's
headlines. If it interests you, you read further. If not, you're like,
that's like if it's something questionable, I'll be like, "That sounds crazy. Let me read
yeah,
the article and then make my opinion on it." But I'm never like, like again, I know I just read the headline. It could be something totally different. And then I'm like, "Oh yeah, I just saw the headline, but did you hear is something like this going on?" And
yeah,
then if somebody else is like, "Oh yeah, but it's this is oh like, oh okay, yeah, no, I didn't read the whole article. I just saw the headline out there."
right,
It's not like, "Oh, well, no, 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 it's this and this because
yeah,
I read the headline that said that." Like, no, I don't
right,
know shit about what's going on. I just saw the quick headline, and that's the only basis on my opinion
yeah.
of the matter.
And that's what prompted me to read the
Mhm.
article and go further and even go to Yosemite's actual site because I was like, this is hard to believe.
Yeah,
And then
exactly.
part of me was like, I kind of want to believe it because then I kind of want it to be true because
So then I can get pissed off.
then I
So I
can
can go
rant
on
and rave
Twitter and
about
bitch
it.
about it.
Yeah, but so
Yeah. What I
but
started getting into was no, go ahead.
Uh, no, you go ahead and finish.
Well, I was gonna say no, what I started getting into was how pissed off I was around the holidays about
Oh
how
man.
little my tolerance was for other people
Mm.
and um and inconsiderate people.
Oh yeah.
Parking in the middle of the parking lot, like, and then I have to stop and drive around rather than like you pulling off to the side. People not getting out of your way, people not letting you pass. It was just, again, right now I'm not as pissed off, so I can't really think of examples. But man, there was time like the week between Christmas and New Year's where it was like, God damn, every fucking person I see just is out for themselves and could not
Oh
care
dude.
less about looking out for somebody else.
I
And I just
I
have no
hate
tolerance
that
for that
week.
shit.
I absolutely despise that week
Bro, this week was
because
so bad.
I hate that week off because again, like I'm a nighttime working guy. When I'm off during my weekdays, it's like I kind of got, the whole place to myself, whether it's the
Mhm.
grocery store, the gym. I like that. And now there's like people everywhere. And it was like, all right,
Yeah.
it was starting to annoy me. And like everything was just packed. Like, dude, I left the gym. I went to Chipotle at 2:30. 2:30 is not lunchtime. And it was a fucking line out the door. I'm like, you people need to go back to work.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly, and the kids were off from school. I mean, like, the first half of the week, I was sick. The second half of the week, my wife was sick, and it flew by. It felt like such a nightmare week, man. It was and again, seeing people around and nobody gives a shit about anything. It just oh god, it was
Yeah.
so miserable that week. Just
Yeah.
hate inconsiderate people. Ugh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So we'll wrap up with the last topic we were gonna talk about, which, yeah, I brought it up too because I think we did a quick text about it, and I forget what the specific topic was. Um, but about tipping.
Yeah.
So yeah, I only tip on sometimes I feel guilty when I'm doing it. I mainly only tip on service if I'm eating at a restaurant or if the food is delivered to me.
So this is good. So this will be a quick fucking debate because
Yeah.
I'm on the same fucking
I could
page,
guess you're
man.
in the same boat, yeah.
Dude, like, so, and it's funny you've mentioned this because, like, as you know, trooper, like we would go to the like, the diner in town a lot. And we actually, because we were there a lot and we like get to know the waitress staff and stuff. And we would ask them, like, hey, do you guys expect a tip when we come to pick up food? We get food to go. They're
Yeah.
like, well, yeah, because like we prepare it and all this stuff. And they think they do. And I was being open with them. I was like, hey, I was like, honestly, I don't think you do because like if you deserve a tip, and I didn't say it in a mean way
Yeah,
because
no,
I'm
of
like,
course.
because and she knows, dude, when I sit down to eat somewhere, I'm like a 20-25% tipper, you know? Like I
Yeah,
don't
I'm a
ever leave
20%er.
anything less than 20, even if the service is bad. I know these people are like depending on this money. I mean, dude, I've never not tipped in my life. So for me to not tip, this person would have to like straight up like pick up my plate, like spit in my food and hand it back. Like it would have to be something
Yeah,
like
it would have to be real bad to
insane.
not get
Because we've
20%,
all had
absolutely.
bad waiters or waitresses, and it's still like, whatever, man. Like bad tip, but here's still your 20%.
Mhm.
But in that take, right? Oh, I'm gonna tip now getting food takeout. Like, well, do you tip at McDonald's? Do you tip at Burger King at the drive-thru? Like, no, those people are preparing your food.
Mhm.
I mean, right? Because think about it. The waitress, she's not cooking it. She's literally bagging it. There's someone who's fucking bagging your food at McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
And then where does it fucking stop? Are you tipping the guy at the grocery store that's bagging your shit? Are you tipping, like where does the
Yeah,
tip
like, a
stop?
lot of these places, like, yeah, like, if you go to a place to pick up food, whatever, and, like, oh, they have the tip jar right there. So then, like, what are you not getting paid enough that I now need to tip you more
I mean,
to do your regular job?
they're definitely getting paid little, but again, like I don't know. Again, it goes to the whole like cherry thing. Like, oh well, you know, I chose this job that didn't pay that much because like I don't want to apply myself in other ways. So like
Mhm.
therefore, like you need to tip me because I don't make enough here. Like, well, no. Like and I know that sounds awful, but like again, where does it fucking end? Like,
Yeah.
I don't
So
know.
I'll use and I'm pretty sure they have it too, but, like, I mean, because every place has a fucking tip cup now. So I heard
Oh,
today.
bro, now they have the fucking iPads. They spin around. Do you want a
Yeah,
tip? And you're like, no. And like now
I
you feel like
know.
an
So
asshole.
what
You're
am I
like,
doing? Am I tipping same thing? Yeah, like if there's a burger joint by me, that same deal. They have the fucking iPad with the tip thing
yeah.
on it.
They
Like, okay,
flip it around
so
to you.
yeah,
And
why
then
am
you
I
hit
gonna
no
tip?
and you flip it back to them and they go, "Oh, thank you." And you're like, "Oh, like I
Yeah.
didn't tip
Oh,
you,"
I
you
do
know?
no receipt, no
Yeah,
erase all
no,
the
I'm
evidence.
out.
Sorry.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so like you're making my burger. You're not a McDonald's, but you're a burger joint. I'm sorry I didn't tip you.
Yeah.
Am I supposed to tip you? I don't tip the people at McDonald's that fucking work in the
Well,
kitchen and
exactly.
tip my shit.
Exactly.
So why should I tip you
I
making my
100% agree.
burger? You didn't bring it to me. I walked up to the
Right.
counter and got it.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly. If you're
there's an
providing me a
Italian.
s if you're providing me a service, like, oh, I'm all about it,
Yeah,
you know?
there's a tip. There's an Italian deli by me where you can get a sandwich and this and that, and they have the tip cup right in front.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm tipping you for making my sandwich, but aren't you already
Yeah.
getting paid to make my
Right.
sandwich? So
Exactly.
why am I tipping you?
Exactly. And I know it sounds awful, and some people would hear this like, "Oh, you're fucking heartless. Those people don't make it." But it's like, well, where does it fucking end?
Yeah, Dunkin'
Like,
Donuts
the
is.
like, I don't get fucking tipped after I fucking arrest someone for DWI.
Yeah,
They're not like, "Oh, thanks, cop, for fucking me," you know? Or
yeah,
I'm not I
same
mean,
deal.
they fucked themselves, but you get what I'm saying. They're not like, "Oh, yeah, thanks for like, you know?
Yeah,
Like
somebody mentioned Dunkin' Donuts.
the
I
fireman's not getting a fucking, kickback. "Hey, thanks for putting that fire out."
Yeah,
No, he
here's a
got
couple
fucking
extra
paid to do
bucks.
it, you know?
Yeah, somebody said, "What about Dunkin' Donuts? Why I tipped you?" I was gonna bring up Dunkin' Donuts because I heard today that not a longshoreman job, but somebody using heavy machinery down at the port is getting paid $20 an hour, the same as someone working at Dunkin' Donuts.
I find that hard to believe.
I said, "Holy shit, someone at Dunkin' Donuts is making $20 an hour?
Yeah,
It's crazy." But yeah, but Dunkin' Donuts, same deal. Dunkin' Donuts has the tip jar. Because you made my coffee? Aren't you getting
yeah,
paid to make my coffee? So now I have to tip you a little more?
right.
I
But
mean,
dude, think about like I know you're saying, "Oh wow, $20 an hour." Dude, project $20 an hour over a year.
oh,
Like
it's
it's
nothing.
Yeah, it's
But
probably
okay, yeah,
making
it's a
after
very
tax,
it's
they
not
probably
a
take home
yeah,
like 30 grand, you know?
it's not a large living wage for sure. But I mean, but
Yeah.
that's a whole other argument where those are jobs that I don't know because I believe that you should be able to make a living at whatever job you do. But I don't know, depending on the hours you put in.
Well, right, but then you do that, then you risk the fucking rate. You're risking major inflation because like, oh, the guy that works the register at Dunkin' Donuts, he now can live off this wage. Well, then what's that do to the guy that was making $100,000 an hour, $100,000 a year? Was he
Yeah,
making 300,000 now? Because like
yeah, because
his
his job is
skill and
more.
whatever his job is, like requires more pay just because based
Mhm.
off the skill, you know. So I feel like that's where the danger, and that's where the slippery slope, you
Yeah.
know.
I think also too what brought this up was I mean, anybody having a tip jar sitting on the counter at their store, at their food shop, whatever, is just blatantly telling you, "I'm not getting paid enough.
Yeah,
I'm trying to squeeze you for some extra money."
yeah.
Like, that's it.
Well, I think it's become so accepted. Like, oh, just tip, you know.
Yeah.
You know what I hate too, and I can say this now, so I don't go to a barber shop anymore because I have my own barber. But dude, like guys that own their own barber shop and then are like still like looking for like tips. It's
Yeah, I
like,
mean, so that just became a habit though too. I know when I
yeah,
was
but
a
it's
kid,
like,
you always
dude,
tipped the barber.
like this is your barber shop. Like, I'm talking one man barbershops. It's like, yo, you're the owner of this place. You're the only barber here. Like, isn't all of my money going to you?
Yeah, why not charge me more so I don't have to tip you?
Right, exactly. Right. Like, yeah, if you feel you're not making enough, then make the haircut 25, you know,
Yeah,
or make it
yeah,
30, whatever. Like, but I gotta give you 25 and like, you're looking for a tip too. I don't know. I feel like the tipping has just it's clearly gotten out of control because everywhere you go, dude, you go to the fucking you go to Meadowlands, you go to a Jet game, they flip that fucking thing around.
yeah.
You know,
I think a lot
you
of the
know,
services
20,
too.
20%, 10%. But how about fucking no percent? How about
Yeah,
that? Because the fucking beer you just gave me was $15. How about you go fuck yourself? Right? You know, I mean, holy shit.
a lot of the apps I think come with it built in, the tip
Well, whatever. They
scenario.
need to fucking unbuild them because it's
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah,
I think after
I just
COVID,
paid
that happened a lot too.
$15 for a fucking beer, $8 for a hot dog, and $10 for a popcorn. Now you want a tip?
Twenty
Yeah, here's a tip. Don't
20%.
fucking charge me so goddamn much. How about that? I'll do you a favor. You reduce these prices by like fucking 80%, and I'll fucking tip for every item I buy. All
Yeah.
right? Because then we'll both make out. You'll get your tip, and I won't feel like I had to fucking take out a loan to get this fucking beer. How about that? Jesus
But I
Christ.
think after COVID is when that happened a lot too, because you used to go to restaurants and pick up the order and like, well, now you don't have the waiters and waitresses that are working there, so they're not getting tipped. So then you
Right.
kind of feel like, all right, let me tip them because now they're not getting tips.
Yeah.
So now let me
And
give
hey,
them
and
the
I
tips
have
they're
no
not
problem. I
getting.
have no problem with like tough times like that when people like come together and
Yeah, and
stuff.
I feel like it just trickled on from there
But
because you see it so much
when
more
everything's like
after that.
rocking and rolling now, and like again, it is back to normal. But it's to the only individual to determine if it's back to normal. Because like you can go get a job, but people are still holding on like to that thing. Like a lot of people aren't working. Like things are no. You could go make a good living now. Like we're not in that time where like COVID, like restaurant business is taking a hit. I totally got that. Restaurant businesses are not taking a hit right now. I mean, you see it. You go to a restaurant, places are fucking
Oh, yeah,
packed again.
everything's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, enough with the fucking tipping
Yeah.
shit. Let's just go back to normal. You
Yeah.
provide good service, you get a tip. If you're just throwing a burger in a bag, you're not getting a tip.
Yeah. Sorry. It's not how
Yeah.
that's how it goes. It's how it's always been. It's not changing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not tipping you just because. I'm
Right.
tipping you for that little extra. That's why you get a tip for that little extra.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right. So I think that that'll do it for this week. Just a quick one to get it out of our system. And yeah. So all right, you got anything to plug?
Nope.
Keep waiting for the day it happens. And it's funny when I do podcasts with Scott. Scott's got a list a mile long podcasts. He wants to plug friends. He wants to plug stuff he's doing. It's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. One day you'll have something maybe. One day when you have your sports podcast, you can plug that too.
There you go.
Yep. Thank you, Pat. Thanks for stopping in as always. All right. Yep. So yeah, thanks folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure you rate, review, subscribe, all that stuff everywhere you listen to podcasts on the Spear Studios YouTube channel. You can check the banner scrolling across the bottom where you can get your Mind Your Effing Business merchandise and Cube Nerds merchandise and Championship Wrestling League merchandise, where issue number 1 should be available digitally, probably the beginning of next month. I'm sorry, issue number 2 should be available digitally, beginning of next month. Right now, you can get issue number 1, um, on my Etsy page, Etsy Pop Quiz Apparel, Etsy.com/shops/Pop Quiz Apparel. Go there for pins and comics and all that stuff. But yeah, pick up some merch. And yeah, like I said, make sure you rate, review, and subscribe, share, keep spreading the word. And yeah, we keep growing. Every video we do grows a little more and more and more every time. So between Mind Your Effing Business and Cube Nerds and the game streaming I'm starting, it's all fun. It's all growing. My game
Oh
streaming,
yeah.
I'm titling it "Worst Stream Ever" because
Yeah.
the games move so slow and it fucking doesn't load and the camera's choppy and it's just do it because it's funny and fun. I played Mario Kart the other day for like a half an hour. God, I was terrible at it. It was a fun thing because right at the end, I'm playing Rainbow Road. I got cut off. I was winning first place the whole race, and I missed one block. So at the last second, I came in second place. It was fucking bullshit. I
Oh,
lost it. It was a funny moment in game streaming. So, alrighty, man. Yeah, we'll try to keep it going now. Back on the
yeah.
regular basis. We're after the holidays, so we're good to go. So, yeah, thanks again, everyone. We will see you again next week. All right, man.
Later, man.
Later.